Well, good morning, everybody. It's May 5th after the May 4th. For all you Star Trek junkies out there that just inundated social media with your Star Wars memories and your memes and your pictures. Some of them are super creative. So I want to give you kudos for that. So just a few announcements to get this out of the way. Today is May 5th, 2021. This is the Daily Spark, and I'm your host, Russ Weaver. I'm nobody. I'm just a guy with a voice and with a very small platform of two. So I'm just going to keep doing this, and because I keep getting input, and friends and family keep giving me, it's just like the Daily Spark. I think it's funny because if you look at the edges, we were redoing it, and for some reason, this format on StreamYard, which is a program that we use, for some reason doesn't like it. So we're clipping it. We're getting it better. One of the other things too is that we have a music interface that's not working, and it's all coming. It's one of those things, man. It's growing pains, right? And when you're not growing, and it's not that painful. It's not like it's totally embarrassing to 2 or 3 people. Now, in about a year or two, this video might be super embarrassing, but we'll see what happens then. Just a reminder to the Foundry small group that meets in Everett. This is not the Thursday we're meeting. We'll be meeting the following Thursday. That is going to be the 13th of May. This weekend is Mother's Day. Guys, don't forget. Don't get caught. Don't do it. So listen, one of the things we've been talking about in the Daily Spark, we're trying to keep these kind of short, 3, 5, 7-minute segments, no longer, no shorter, just a time to help you start your day and to get going, because life can be tough, man. But first thing in the morning, if we can help spark your day and get it going and be a part of the Foundry and continue challenging you and refining you, then that is great. So one of the things that we've been talking about in our small group, we're going to be going through another book in our small group by Craig Groeschel. He is my previous pastor, called Winning the War Inside Your Mind. Now, I actually know Craig Groeschel. We went to Life.Church or Life Church in South Broken Arrow, otherwise known as Bixby. Why they call it South Broken Arrow, I'll never know, because it's Bixby. Anyways, long story short, Life Church is probably the largest church in the USA when you're talking about total demographic. They have several locations, thousands of people, and their values are phenomenal. But we've been going through this book, or we're going to be going through this book, being the kind of the host of our small group every other Thursday. I feel like I got to be ahead, so I am being ahead on this book. So, Craig, if you ever watch this, which I don't know why you would, but if you ever do, man, honestly, I miss being a part of your congregation. You're a great leader, and I still listen to your messages. We're still a part of Life.Church. We were there when it was lifechurch.tv. But I really enjoy your writing. Your sense of humor cracks me up because you're just a normal dude. No matter what happens in life, you're just a normal dude. And I really dig that about you and Amy, that you guys do not let things deter you. At least it doesn't appear that way to me. So kudos to you. But we're going to be going through this, the winning of the war in your mind. And Craig Groeschel actually came out with this book during COVID. Now, he may have been planning it before, knowing Craig, but I think that the real catalyst was last year, watching people in his congregation really fight the mental challenges of things that are coming through due to COVID. And I want to talk about that a little bit, because the isolation that we face is ridiculous. And the things that happen, I mean, let's just face it, Skype and Zoom and WebEx and all those things are nice tools, but there's never anything that is ever going to replace human interaction. We have a guy in our group called Deanie. He's going to be on the show one of these days. I'm trying to talk him into it. And great dude. Used to be former football player for University of Washington, University of Hawaii. Really, really smart guy. And I'm going to bring him on as soon as we figure out the logistics for a Saturday morning, the Foundry series. But, one of the things that he says when he comes to a small group is that this is the only thing that he has that keeps him going. He doesn't even go to church. He doesn't have any other interaction other than a camera, maybe, and his phone. And so it's really hard for people, even myself, who kind of likes being isolated, Even my wife, who really likes being isolated, she's just not a person that likes to be out in public or whatnot. But when she is in public or restaurant, it's like the energy around her is being fed into her. So it's really important. But he came up with the book because the battlefield is all up here. I mean, I could have a good time up here. I could party all day long up in my head, if you know what I mean. But the truth is, if we don't take captive our thoughts can tend to rule us. Our fears can tend to rule us. Those things that are spinning around us out of control, we can tend to take those on mentally, and we're not always geared to fix it. Well, in Craig Groeschel's book, one of the things he talks about over and over and over again is rewiring of your mind. And you may have heard that term because psychologists and psychiatrists all over the world have been talking about this for years, rewiring your mind. So today, what I want to suggest to you is start thinking about what you can do to rewire your mind. Scripture tells us that by the renewing of your mind, okay, you can start doing things differently. Paul talks about taking every thought captive. Okay, there's a reason and a purpose for this. So, and due to time, I don't want to take up the whole thing. I'm going to be going about this in the Found Your Message series on Saturdays. But do me a favor, if you would, share this video with somebody that might need it. I'm not trying to grow. I don't care about the growth. I care about touching other men's lives so that they too can have a spark in their life, that they can feel like they're a part of a community, because there's so many hurting guys out there these days, and they won't admit it. They won't admit it. I know veterans every day that walk around like nothing's wrong, but then when you talk to them, they are messed up individuals because of combat. Well, guys, if you don't think that you're not doing combat on a daily basis, right here, right now, spiritual combat, you're only lying to yourself. So with that being said, listen, let the Lord keep you and bless you today. And I'm asking you, please, 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 live today like tomorrow's not going to exist. Okay, just live today like tomorrow's not going to be here. Love those people that are around you. Tell them, call your wife, surprise her, babe, I love you. And no strings attached. Just, babe, I love you. And then, of course, do me a favor. Inspire people with not just your words, but also your actions. Your actions speak volumes. Speak life into people. It won't just change their life, but it'll change yours too. Have a good day, guys. Bye.